Montreal it's a part of her through me and through what we went through, and so it's nice to have that connection with her still.
U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris attended Westmount High School in Montreal. She and her mom and sister moved here in the late 70s, and it was at this school that she met her best friend at the time, Wanda Kagan. What Kagan confided in Harris would change the course of her life and that of so many more.
When I was in high school, I started to notice something about my best friend Wanda. She was sad at school.
I was being abused, sexually and physically abused at home, and I had confided in her, and she took me in to live with her and her family. And then I found out years later, when we reconnected, which was over 20 years ago, it's hard to believe now, that she said that I changed her life.
This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor, to protect people like Wanda.
Harris has often spoken of Kagan's story and even highlighted it in her speech while accepting the Democratic nomination for president at the August convention.
I get chills every time I hear her talk about our story.
Kagan says Harris has always been an advocate for women, even when it came to their high school prom in 1981.
People just did not go if you didn't have a date. And so she was like, no, we're gonna break that. We're just gonna all go together as a group of girls, and we're gonna have the best night of our lives. And so that's what we did.
An inspiration for some students roaming the same halls Harris once did.
I was not born there. I could not be the president, but it just makes me feel like I hold a lot of power, and the students around me also hold a lot of power, because she started here and now she's could possibly be the next American president, which is crazy.
And it's very honoring to have her as a part of the legacy, because she's hopefully, instead of Trump, she's the president, the first female president of the States, which is definitely a huge deal.
In a full circle moment, Kagan recently spoke at Westmount High's graduation ceremony, and her message remains one of kindness.
Being kind to each other, that brought us together and built that confidence in me to be able to confide in her and what I was going through. And you just never know where that person's going to be, because here we are, 40 years later, and she's about to become the president of the United States, hopefully.
Kagan will be on hand supporting her good friend in the U.S. on election night.
Any woman can make history, but only a great woman can write history. And I feel like I'm living part of her writing history.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.